Hi friends, and Happy New Year. My name is Tammy Civello, and you would have been live at Cards by TLC on Thursday. However, my live portion ended up getting hiccuped in YouTube, and I am now pre-recording this video. So welcome and happy New Year. I am so excited to be back what was live on Thursday, but back in my craft room crafting again. I took some time off for a very fun-filled, busy craft fair season. So I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season, and again, Happy New Year. Well, my friends, we are kicking off with the brand new year and my favorite time of year. Not only is it the mini catalog, the brand new mini catalog, the January to April 2024, but we are also kicking off my favorite time of year, which is celebration time. This is Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. For every $50 purchased, you will be able to pick out your product of your choice. In this brochure, there are multiple choices that you can choose from on the $50 range. We have stamp sets and amazing paper. We have some ribbon, more paper that you can choose from, another stamp sets, some embellishments, so many choices, multiple pages of the $50 range. This paper is incredible, and it goes with the bundle, the Trusty Tools bundle in the new catalog. So I'm so excited to be sharing that with you in the future. But today, my friends, okay, so not only is the cute stamp set at the $50 range, but if you do purchase a $100, you can also get these adorable coordinating dies. This is the bundle that we are playing with today, and of course, the reasoning behind this bundle, the sloths. If you don't know me, you know me. I am obsessed with sloths. They are my favorite animals, my favorite spirit animals. But we are continuing on with our card class to go. And as a bonus during celebration until February 29th, when you place that $50 order, you not only get the card kits, but you can also choose any stamp set you want or product in here. I highly obviously recommend the Jungle Pals because that is what we were playing with today. But you can certainly choose whatever you may want. So with our weekly card class to go, if you're not familiar, if you place an online order in my online store of $50 or more, you get supplies to make 6 cards, 2 of each designs, and these are our projects today. So not only will you be receiving the supplies to make 3 projects, but you can certainly pick out that celebration items. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, we are playing with the Jungle Pals, which is in the celebration that I just showed you. And look how cute these coordinating dies. It not only cuts out the images of the animals, but it also gives you some tropical scenery. So that is what we are playing with. And your kits will include that additional cutout dies. The only thing I could not do was stamp these images and die cut them out. So I will be providing extra paper that you could stamp those images. Like I said, you definitely would want to get this stamp set with your $50 purchase. But you can certainly fussy cut that out, each item, if you don't have those coordinating dies. We are also playing with the Celebrate with Tags. I took the Happy Birthday from that, and this can be found in the annual catalog, as well as the little monkey stamp set. I just thought that this sentiment was super cute. Goes perfectly with the sloth, just swinging by to say hi. So let's go ahead and start in on project number 1. And that is, of course, Mr. Sloth. We will keep him kind of in the corner here so you can see as I craft along. In your card kits, you will be receiving, let me get all, making sure all the bits and pieces, you will be receiving a top folding card base in shaded spruce. You'll be receiving a panel in Parakeet Party, 2 pieces of basic white, one for the inside and one for the front. You will also be receiving the tree trunk, which I have already pre-cut that out in Early Espresso. Your vines and your leaves in shaded spruce. You'll be receiving that. You'll be receiving your grass pieces, and that is in shaded spruce and Parakeet Party. And our 2 tropical leaves in shaded spruce and Parakeet Party. You will also be receiving a scrap piece to stamp your sloth, and you can die cut that out or fussy cut that out. Now I have with the magic of TV already pre-cut and stamped and colored our sloth, but let me tell you what I used. I used the dark and light crumb cake, and I just did the dark crumb cake around his face here, and then I just kind of outlined him in the darker crumb cake and blended out with my light crumb cake. So I have already done that ahead of time. We always do the magic of TV in my craft room to save space and time. So let's go ahead and start in with the inside panel piece. I always start with the inside panel piece. However, I typically also have some pieces of DSP, but I did not do that on these 3 projects. I just thought it was super cute without it, and it's perfectly fine. And then that way you can choose to do whatever you want on the inside. So there is our inside panel piece. And then let's go ahead and bring in our Parakeet Party piece. I'm going to go ahead and use Tombow glue on this as Tom. He took a long time to come back into our craft room, but he's back. Took some time off. I like to call Tombow Tom. So I did use Tombow glue just to allow some wiggle room because it is a thinner border. So I'm just going to lay that down right there. And that leaves a nice little thin border around. So let's go ahead and start in with building up our scenery. And I think I'm going to bring in my silicone mat because we're going to be gluing down some stuff, and I don't want to get that stuck to my paper mat. So silicone mat is perfect, especially with liquid glue. It brings up that nicely, comes clean really nicely. Okay, so as you can see, my trunk is longer than what my panel piece is. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some Tombow, leaving that top part free of liquid glue, just so when I cut it, it's not all gummy. So I'm just going to come down and just leave a little bit at the top and the bottom for that, for the cutting purposes. Lay that down flat. Lay that down flat. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to come in with my vine piece, and I'm just going to kind of lay that down and see where I want to lay that. So I'm going to, oh, I'm all thumbs today. I think I like that. Yeah, that works out perfect. So again, I'm going to come in with Tombow. Okay, Tammy, seriously? It's kind of thin to grip. You can also add some self-adhesive sheets to this, and that will just peel right off like a sticker. So I think in the future, if you would like, go ahead and do so, because that'll just be a nice little sticker. But for today, we are going to go ahead and glue this down with Tombow. There we go. And then I have our 2 leaves here, but what I did was, did I tuck? No, I didn't tuck. I just went ahead and trimmed these bottom of these leaves off, just so it's easier to glue down. There we go, do that off in my trash can. And then I'm gonna add some glue here. And I did kind of tuck the bottom underneath the branch a little bit. So I glued that down there. And we're gonna come in here, add some glue, and then come in at an angle there. I think we're gonna go just a little bit closer. There we go. That way, when Mr. Sloth is hanging down, he's not covering quite a lot of that. I'm gonna actually go ahead and glue him down now too, since I have him in my hand. You can pop him up with some Stampin' Dimensionals, or you can just lay him flat directly onto the panel. And then I'm gonna come in with my grass. And what I love about this grass is you can either leave it wide open so you can see behind there. But what I did was I took the Parakeet Party, put that behind the shaded spruce, and made my grass just a little bit fuller. So what I'm going to come in now is take in my Tombow with the bottom portion of that. And then glue that right on top to give it more of a full look. And then I'm just going to come down and add my glue to the whole portion of the grass. Lay that down. And then I just came in with more tropical pieces just to fill in that white gap. So let's add some glue there. And then I came in and then just added that right on top just to add some more dimension. And it gives it more of that tropical vibe. There is that. And then we're going to come in with our sentiment from the little monkey just swinging by to say hi. And I have that in my early espresso. Let's make sure that that's straight. Just, oops, that did get cut off just a little bit, but that's okay. I probably should have stamped this first and foremost, but I didn't quite add enough. But we'll pretend that that does say just swinging by to say hi, but that's all right. We've got, I might take a marker and fill that in. I have my old Stampin' Right markers where it has a really fine tip point on that. So let's go ahead and cut this excess trunk off. And then we'll come in here. And then, like I said, this just leaves this with like 1/8 of an inch around the edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and come in with some Tombow. Typically, I don't like using Tombow on the white panels because sometimes you can see the lines, but I want to be able to have that to where I can wiggle that into the proper space. And there we have it, just swinging by to say hi. So cute. Oh, I love him. He's so cute. Love my sloth. Okay, let's move on to card kit number 2. Now, this was definitely a close second on the animals, the jungle animals. That tiger is so, so cute. So let me go ahead and show you what is in your card kits. Again, you're going to have all the pieces other than the tiger. So you're going to have a standard card base in shaded spruce. You're going to have 2 white panel pieces, one for the front, one for the inside. You're going to have an excess white piece to stamp your tiger, which I have already, again, pre-done ahead of time, and I will go over the color that I colored him with. I have a set of the tropical leaves in in shaded spruce and parakeet party, and I have 3 pieces of grass in both colors, both the parakeet party and the shaded spruce, so that we built this lower half so it looks like he's trucking through the grass. So let me go ahead and go over the colors that I used to color him. I used 3 different colors. I used the light lemon lolly for the bottom half of his belly and the bottom half of his face and his chest. Then I came in with light calypso coral, and what I did there was I did some adding of pink around his ears and obviously his nose, and then I went in on the stripes of the whole body and along this bottom half and just added some lines to that. And then I came in and I blended with the light Daffodil Delight, and I blended all that out so it kind of came in with like almost like this pinkish orangish color. Now I think light pumpkin pie would look nice on him as well for a more traditional Tony the Tiger. But this is Tony the Tiger, and I have already pre-stamped and cut him out. See, look how nice those dies make that little light border around, and it cuts it perfectly. So let's go ahead and start in on our card. Again, we'll start in on our basic white piece on the inside. And there we go. And my bone folder. Close that up. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the happy birthday before we build the scenery, because I would really hate, because since this is a rubber mounted cling stamp, it might leave some edges, so I don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pray that I don't have any edging around it. I'm usually pretty good, but you never know. I would go build the scenery and then have that edging around it. So stamp your sentiment first and foremost. And we're gonna go right about here, I believe it was, and I stamped this in shaded spruce. Perfect. Clean this off really quickly because we're going to be using it in a lighter color in the next stamp. So let's get that, and then we'll come in and start building our scenery. So what we can do first and foremost is come in with our leaves. I believe I did that one down first and then this one on top of it. So let's go ahead and come in with our glue. And again, you can use self-adhesive sheets as well if you would like, but I like to do the glue on these just so I can allow that extra wiggle room. I think I just kind of did that, and I think I did it over and then trimmed the edges because we're going to be doing some trimming because they will come off of the edge. And then I came in kind of like so. Yes, that's what I did. So glad I'm filming because I can justify talking to myself while crafting. Does anybody else like to talk to themselves while crafting? My husband will often come in my craft room and go, "Who are you talking to?" and realize that I'm crafting and go, "Oh yeah, she's crafting." So what I did on these is I used the darker greenery behind this time. So like before, we're just going to come in with our tombow at the bottom and start building our grass. I think I'll bring in my silicone mat, get this out of the way. And then that way I can kind of see where I fill in that gap, lay that down. When I hold it up, I don't fill in the gap as well. So I'm going to add those there and quickly come together with our grass again. Oh, Lord have mercy. I need my coffee. It is Saturday morning. I'm filming Saturday morning and I have not had my coffee yet. And this will be up by mid-morning on Saturday the 6th. But if you're watching it, it's already up. See, haven't had my coffee yet. There we go. And then I'm going to come in here and we're going to build our lower portion of our card base. So I'm going to start with the center right there, first and foremost. Right there on the center. And then I'm going to come in with our grass here and see how I'm just going to kind of line that up so it looks like it's continuing on with the grass. I'm going to do that. Now don't worry, we'll just trim that excess off like we did on the last card. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of lift these up because he's going to be trucking through the grass. I just realized you don't want to cover the whole grass. You're just going to want to do this first half of the grass. I don't want to gum up my scissors, but I do have specific scissors for that reason. So there is our grass, and then I'm just going to come in here and trim off that. I'll clean these scissors. These are my paper scissors, but these are not my ribbon scissors. And then come in there, trim that off. See, that's Okay. Get this out of the way for right now. And then we're going to come in here and see where we want to place our little tiger. So it looks like he's walking through. I think that's a good placement right there. Should I tuck his tail behind this? Yeah, that's how I'm going to place it. So I'm going to add some glue to Mr. Tony the Tiger here. And then I believe I came down like so. There we go. And it looks like he is trekking through the grass. Now what you could have done was, I could have just kind of lifted his head and added some glue and not really glue down the body, but I didn't want him falling off of the card. So I went ahead and added glue to him and tried to remember where I placed him. So that looks good to me. And let's go ahead and use our seal, because we didn't really have to have a huge placement. This is a nice quarter border. The other one was more of an 1/8 of an inch border. And there we have it. There is project number 2. Again, you're going to be getting the supplies to make all 3 cards, 2 of each. So you'll be receiving 6 card kits with your, or not 6 card kits, but 6 to complete 6 cards, 2 of each design. So you'll receive, like I said, the 6 kits. So yeah, that is 6 card kits to make that, and with that $50 purchase. So let's go ahead and go in with card number 3. I did more of a Coastal Cabana, more tropically, because my toucan had Lost Lagoon on his face. So I just thought that that would be more of a fun, bright tropical vibe, since toucans are more in a cooler, or I guess warmer tropical climate. So let's go ahead and go over what you'll be receiving in card kit number 3. And you're going to be receiving a top folding Coastal Cabana piece. You'll be receiving 2 basic white pieces, again, for one for the inside and one for the outside. And then an extra piece to stamp your toucan. You'll be receiving another tree trunk in Early Espresso. And our leaves, you'll be receiving 4 leaves, 2 in Parakeet Party, 2 in Coastal Cabana, and then our grass in Parakeet Party and Coastal Cabana. So let's go ahead. Oh, and our toucan is already pre-cut and colored. Let me go over the coloring, what I did on him. On Mr. Toucan, I did the light smoky slate for his feathers. I used light Lost Lagoon for his face and his tummy. And for his beak, I did light Daffodil Delight right here, and then came in with the light Calypso Coral for the center of his beak. I tried to kind of keep it all the same color combo so it's easier for you. And again, we'll come in. Oops, I bumped that. Sorry about that, guys. And then we'll do our inside panel piece. Go. And where's my bone holder? place that down so it lays flat. And then we will come in and start building our piece. Let's get our silicone mat again. And then we're going to come in and do our stamping first and foremost. And I stamped the happy birthday in Coastal Cabana. And I kind of did it like right around here. Let's bring this up a little bit. Let's bring that in frame. And I did it right about there. I might have gone a little too... Nope, I made that just right. Whew. I thought I may have gone a little too low, but we were good to go. Okay, let's come in again with our tree trunk. And again, avoid maybe the top portion of it because it is a little bit longer. Avoid the top and the bottom, just like so. And this time I'm doing it on the right hand side and flipping it that way. And it doesn't really matter which side you use it on. Granted, you're gonna have like the longer on the opposite side, but I feel like it just kind of goes accordingly. It can go either side. So we are starting with the bottom portion of our grass. And let me kind of move him out of the way a little bit so I can lay that down and like make that fuller. Just like so. Perfect. We'll come in here, add our glue here. And just do that right on the center. Even though this one cuts off just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and leave that because there is that border, so that won't cause any problems whatsoever. And then we'll come in with our leaves. I kind of did one like so. And then come in here. Yeah, that looks good. I like to kind of place it down and see how it looks. I'm just trying to avoid the white on the very top, but the branch having the tree trunk on that side makes it a lot easier. There we go, that looks good. And then we'll come in with the opposite side with the green on the bottom. And the Coastal Cabana on the top. So I kind of came in at an angle there. And I think I kind of tucked him under. That works, and then I'll just trim off some excess. That looks good. And then I'm going to come in with my snips again and trim right along there. Right along there. Oh, you don't want to do that. That works. I'm going to hold him down while I didn't give him a chance to glue down and hold down yet. So let it sit for a minute or two before you start trimming. And there's that. Come in with our card base, and then we'll lay Mr. Toucan down in a minute. Panel. And again, you can pop him up with a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals or just glue him down. I went ahead and glued him down and sat him on the branch there. And there we have it. There is project number 3. Really cute. Let's go ahead and bring in all 3 projects. That. Here we go. I would love for you to put in the comment section, if you're watching this video, not only like this video if you like the projects today, but put your favorite comment in what your favorite jungle pal is. I want to thank you all for stopping by and watching today my video. I hope that you enjoyed today's projects. I would love for you to hit that like button on my video. That does help grow my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I want to thank you all for last year. I had a goal of 1,000 subscribers. If you've been watching me all through last year, you know that I was trying to reach that 1,000 subscriber goal. We are so close. We are almost there. So please hit that subscribe button and help my channel grow. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Again, this is a pre-recorded video. I did not plan this. So please come back next Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And each Thursday I have my weekly card class to go. And if you like this format, please come back, and I would love for you to watch my live next Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Again, thank you all for watching my video. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and hope to see you all next week. Bye, everyone.